I don't know about you, but I'm getting fed up with it. I've had up to here. Yeah? The family need to know, don't they? First of all, they need to know the truth of what happened. We've been working on this case since June. Since that fateful, shall we say, incident. What happened to Jay Slater? So here's a plea for all of those witnesses, especially the key ones, to come out, talk to social media, anybody, talk to somebody. And then the authorities, the police, can look in to the social media channel that's hosting all these witnesses talking, asking questions. If you like, being interviewed or interrogated in a nice way, not a nasty way, but a way to open them up, to talk about other things surrounding the case that may have had a bearing on what's going on. We're fed up with all the bull, and it is bull. Things are being uncovered now, daily. People are being found out, witnesses. You're being found out. So we need to put a stop to all the rubbish and come out with the truth. Put down in the comments if you agree. And come on in, grab that drink. And welcome to Al Don's Reviews and True Crime. Put down in the comments what you think. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea for all the witnesses to come on one forum? Maybe have a week's forum with different content creators speaking to different people. Perhaps they want to speak to a certain person. Perhaps each of the witnesses have their own hand-picked creators that they want to speak to. We could make a list of all the questions that we need to ask them. Rome wasn't built in a day, especially with this case. It seems to go on and on. We need to put a stop to it. So what do you think? What do you think we need to do, if anything? Now, I understand there are feuds going on. There are feuds going on between perhaps some of the witnesses. Feuds going on between content creators. Is it a good idea? I don't think it is. I think the best... The thing that we want to get to is the truth of what happened to Jay. That fateful moment. And he lost his life. So we need to know what's going on. What's surrounding the case. What would have a bearing. Some witnesses might think, no, that doesn't have a bearing. I'm not going to rat on somebody who's into this sort of business. But they don't realise that it might have a bearing on what happened. It might have a bearing. We're not saying that all the witnesses are guilty and they had something to do with the disappearance of Jay. We just need to know the truth, don't we? So people have been found out. Witnesses have been found out. So we know about the watch. Was the watch a decoy? How many watches were stolen? We don't know. But we know there was a fight and this was denied. We know a watch was stolen and this was denied. We've also had information through about money laundering. And Lucy, you've been very quiet. Is it true? We just need the truth from you. So the bank account now. We're using Jay's bank account. It might have been with his agreeance. You might have been selling tablets, certain tablets. You might not have been. It might be all rubbish. We need to bring this out and ask you this. And we also need to know where you were staying. Because the Spanish statement from the Guardian, it said that you were staying in Masca. So were you staying at the Airbnb? Were you staying in a family apartment, in your family's apartment in Masca? Did you have two places where you were staying, on the Strip and in Masca? What's going on? You could clear this up very quickly. Bradley, Rachel, you could clear things up like that. And the speculation that's being talked about would stop, wouldn't it? Because we'd know the truth. So we need the truth. Perhaps you'd put down in the comments that perhaps you'd want just the police to interrogate them, interview them, have an inquest, have an investigation, a proper investigation, a long drawn investigation if necessary, just to find out what happened. In my view, allegedly I don't think that Jay just walked that deep towards this ravine for no reason. He was pretty sober, we know that from the videos, and he walked away. He walked up the mountain road, allegedly. But was he scared of somebody coming up, or a number of people coming up in the car to seek their revenge or to kidnap him or do something to him? There's still no reason why he'd walk that far towards this ravine. I'd catch the bus and hide and catch the bus back down and then hopefully to the airport and then run away. I wouldn't just walk aimlessly for miles towards a ravine and fall off if that's what happened. Did something happen to him? I'm still in the thought process that something happened to him and he was put in that ravine. It's not so far-fetched. There isn't full evidence in saying that he walked off a cliff. There isn't. There really isn't. So why I won't go into it because we should be entitled to our own opinions, and the accident group are entitled to theirs. And the foul play group are entitled to theirs. The semi-accident group, where they think that Joe was he was scared and he was walking and running away and he had an accident. The other business needs to be cleared up, the bank account business, the watches, the fights. We need to know, don't we? If we've got to use lie detectors, we use lie detectors. Aren't they 94% accurate? We need to rely on this information, really, don't we? We need to find out the truth. It is so frustrating. I thought other cases were frustrating, but this one, it certainly gets to me. I don't know whether you're the same as a viewer or as another creator. Does it get to you? So I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to sit on the fence as such, but it just needs clearing up from the people that know. We know that you're telling bull. You're telling rubbish. We know it. So stop carrying it on. Stop being quiet and feeding in bits and pieces. Just tell the truth. What's going on? What do you do? Do you do anything dodgy? Do you do anything dodgy? This is to the witnesses. Are you carrying that on because you don't want to work in the rat race and you're finding you've got a loophole? Perhaps you're working legally. Perhaps you're just selling legal weed, which is legal, isn't it, to sell in certain countries as a medical practice, as a medical therapy. Cannabis is a sale of drugs, isn't it? Are you doing something like that? Are you working some sort of tax loops? Don't be ashamed, just talk about it. Open up, talk about it, and then people won't speculate. I'm sure you've got nothing to hide, really. So that's what I would say. And then we can put this case to bed and we can put a stamp on it. know what really happened as far as we can. We might not get to the bottom of what happened to Jay fully, but we know what you guys were doing. You guys, your witnesses, this, you know, we're not saying you're evil, nasty people or anything like that. We just need to know. Paint a picture. So this is the way forward, isn't it? Social media. We can do that on social media. And then we can pass through anything, even if it eliminates you from the authorities' inquiries. Because I gather some inquest is coming. I don't know what type of inquest is on its way. A documentary or 2 documentaries are on their way. Do they look at what we're looking at? I don't believe the authorities or the police are watching everything that's going on social media, but I could be wrong. Perhaps the police would like to come out and talk as well. Perhaps they'd like to be on a panel, one of the panels. Social media could be another platform, doesn't have to be YouTube, can be TikTok. I'd be interested in just looking on, watching on. If anybody would want to speak to me, you know, I don't mind. I've got a certain humour about things, a certain laid backness, non-scary. But if not, there are loads of other people out there you could talk to. So this is something that needs to be created. A number of podcasts, a number of podcasts need to be created. What do you think? Put down in the comments what you think. And I hope you've been having a good. In the UK, it's a period called Easter. I'm not really into the ins and outs of what Easter is. I'm not really religious, so I don't follow what the days mean or don't mean, or the surrounds of that. But I wish you a good period of whatever it is at the moment, and yeah, I hope you're living the best life that you can, being positive, and remember, don't let the frustration of this case or any other case worry you too much, and just put your head down and have a good sleep tonight, and don't have any nasty dreams. Thank you for liking and subscribing this channel and my other true crime channel, Don's Courtroom. I wish you well, and thank you everyone for watching.